Hey guys, how you doing? Today is July 14th, Friday. I think you know that there is a new IPO in US, right? And it's called CAVA. It's a Mediterranean style restaurant, and this restaurant is in US, Washington DC, established 12 years before, 2011. A lot of people now is comparing with Chipotle, right? We know that then we introduced the Chipotle for so many times, right? And the stock performance is excellent for the past so many years. So a lot of people is comparing CAVA with Chipotle, but may not be that story if you examine the financial data. So today we will have a quick look on this stock, right? It's called CAVA. Mediterranean style restaurant in US, right? Okay, we have been added one member to our Falcon portfolio yesterday. Then this is a stock I've been analyzed for so many times, and this is PayPal, right? This is PayPal. I've been analyzed and bought this into our portfolio before. It's PayPal. Don't look back. A lot of people look back. Okay, we've been lose some money on PayPal, then we never touch this again. No. I bet you forget about this kind of concept. No. Sometimes that company is still a good company. Just you bought it at very high price, right? Maybe it's not up to that point. Maybe just because that bubble is bursted, right? It doesn't mean that company is a bad company. Unless that company or that kind of CEO, the senior staff is doing something that is very cheating. Say the report is false, right? Doing something that is cheating the shareholders. Then I recommend you never touch those company or those guys again, right? But PayPal is not that story. The company is okay, and then it has the mold, right? But maybe at that time is the bubble of the e-commerce, right? And then the bubble burst like Facebook. Now it's called Meta, going down. Then when the storm is over, and then it can maintain the mold, right? And maintain the cash flow maintain the customer, maintain the active account. Then the share price may rise back again, right? And there are another few types of stock that have the same phenomenon. One is block, right? We know block, right? And we've been analyzed the block for so many times. And then one is Shopify, and then one is Trade Desk. So I will also analyze in our Hong Kong program. So it's welcome to join us, right? So our Falcon portfolio been up to a new high. Not a new high actually, because before it's more than 90, it's 80%, right? But we are beat by NASDAQ. NASDAQ is 82. So this guy is very strong, right? Okay, so if any of you has any stock you want me to analyze or want me to comment, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So this is our cover, right? Cover may not be another Chipotle, may not be, right? So don't look at it at a very simple way. Okay, it's like Chipotle, and then the number of shops or number of location is still very small at a low level, and then maybe after 10 years, then it will grow up to be another Chipotle, maybe, but not at this moment. If you judge CAVA too quickly, too early, without any financial support, then it is not a good investment, right? So yesterday, Dow Jones been up, but just very small, 47 points only. But not for NASDAQ. NASDAQ been up 200 points, more than that. So this year, NASDAQ been rising more than 40% already. And NVIDIA, we still keeping NVIDIA in our portfolio. Just we sold half of that. You can see that it's for a new high. A lot of people saying that AI is a bubble. I heard so many times in this 1 to 2 months, AI is a bubble. It's like the EV vehicle, and I already said that not necessary. So you can see that now a lot of area is developing AI. They invest the money, put the AI into the program, put the AI into the browser, put the AI's usage into everywhere. So may not be a bubble. EV may not be a bubble, but I think it's nearly a half bubble like that, right? So you take a look on Nvidia, right? The PE ratio is very high, more than 200. We are waiting for the next season, the profits come up, so then the PE may reduce. So we sold 50 at 440 already. So now we really have no capital on that, right? So all the money we earn is net profit now. So this is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio, and then we lucky, right? We just added PayPal, and then PayPal been raised for a lot already. So we bought it at 71, and then yesterday been 72 at 39, and with a PE ratio at the right hand side, right? At the right hand side, that's not correct. It's maybe 30, right? Not very high, right? So our portfolio been performance is 80% and Nasdaq is 82%, right? And this year our gain for the portfolio is 35% when compared with last year. So we go for some news headline first. I already told that when the orders come out from China and then flow into Vietnam, Cambodia, and Eastern countries, and the high-tech one go to Japan, go to South Korea, go back to Europe, go back to UK or USA, they will take the part of China. So you can see that Vietnam's digitalization efforts feel startup scene. A lot of startup now is in Vietnam. You can see that on the screen, right? They are developing some startup. There may be bubbles, right? But when the money still continue flow into Vietnam, there's no problem. And a lot of startup now is doing what? Doing digitalization for industry, for industrial, for finance, for trading, a lot of things, right? So we need to aware of that. That area is in Ho Chi Minh. So for Singapore, right? Singapore is a little bit lucky, right? Because the second quarter, the GDP growth 0.7%. We know that if it continues negative from 2 consecutive quarter, then is for the recession. And then now the second quarter, okay, have a growth on 0.7%. So it's not recession, at least, right? India still has a long way to go, right? So you can see the title is India's tomato prices surge more than 3 times. Why? It's because there are very serious flooding in India, and India still has a lot of construction to do on the road, on the flooding, on a lot of things, right? On the roads, on the road network, on the internet, something like that, right? Still has a long road to go. And then there is quite strange to me that Disney only sell its TV assets till now, because when Disney has the Disney Plus, right, not on Netflix anymore, she has their own Disney Plus. So why still need Disney TV, right? No need, because everyone has a TV, right? You don't need to have 2 TV at home, right? You only have 1 computer, it's okay, right? Some computers can connect to the internet and then connect to the TV station, right? So no need for the TV asset anymore, right? So sell it. But I don't think that a lot of people has the interest to buy it, right? Because then it's no value at all, right? Because I don't think that a lot of U.S. citizens have no TV, right? I think everyone has TV already, right? Now less and less people watching on the TV because they will watch on the internet, on the cell phone, on the tablet, something like that, right? Okay, we talk about CAVA. You can see that is one of the shop, right? It's based from Washington D.C. Established 12 years before. That means in 2011. This IPO raised quite a small amount of money, just 100 million US dollar, and the market cap of CAVA now is 5.41 billion US dollar. You can see that it just go after the IPO go to public listed about less than 1 month till today, and then the stock price been raised from 38 to 40 something. That means about 30%, right? No PE, no dividend, and then the highest stock price level is 54. That means it dropped to $7 already. And then if you compare with Chipotle, right? And then a lot of people compare now CAVA with Chipotle, and they said that it is going to be another Chipotle, right? But I tell you, this is another story. Chipotle is a very, very good stock. It go to public list 2006, only $42, right? And then it does not have dividend. Now it's 50 times the share price, 50 times than 2006 before, right? That means if you invest 10,000 US dollar, now it's 10,000 plus 50, right? For 17 years. I want to add Chipotle into my portfolio, but the PE ratio is too high. You can see that now it's 55, right? Eventually I may add Chipotle into my portfolio, right? But not at this PE. This PE is still too high, right? So we can see that number of location of CAVA now is only 288, right? Not big number of shops. So it may still have a lot of rooms to grow, right? So a lot of people is thinking that CAVA has a bright future. We do not know, right? Quite honestly speaking, we do not know. The product is sandwich, pizzas, and salads, something like that. Number of employees is 8,000. So we can see that in US, right? This is for US. She has a lot of competitors, right? You can see that the biggest one is Subway for the hot dog, right? And then is for Starbucks is the light blue one, and then the gray one is Wendy's. Then is the red one Chipotle, right? And then CAVA's market share is less than 1% in US, right? So she still has a long way to go. And I can only take this from the commenters, right? Because I can't find it in the SEC document. Then we can see that when it goes to public listed, then she has to submit some financial data, right? So we can have a look on that. Expense against the revenue seems not dropping. You can see that 13, 12, and then 14, right? Not dropping. And then for the right hand corner, G&A not dropping from 0.9 to 1.5, right? It's probably because the inflation now in US. So a little bit strange because this is in 16 weeks, right? That means in 4 months. You need to multiply by 3 for 1 year. So we can see that for the 16 weeks total revenue is quite alright if you multiply this by 3, right, for a whole year, right? It's better than 2022. And then in the same meaning for gross profit, right? The 16 weeks gross profit, if you multiply this by 3, is better than the gross profit in 2022, right? And we can see the gross margin is better, 24.9%, right? And then 1 year before it's just 17, but this is just for 4 months, right? Not for half year. But unfortunately, the operating profit is still a loss, right? But the loss is much less than 2022, right? Much less than 2022. 2022 and 2021 is terrible. 2022 is 59 million US dollar, and the loss for 2021 is 52 million US dollar. But now then there is still a loss, but much less, right? So it's improving, right? So we take a look on the net income, right? Net income, that means the profit. The profit for 4 months, right, is still a loss, unfortunately. 2.1 million US dollar, right? So if this continue, that means the loss for whole year about 6 million US dollar. Of course, much less than 58 million loss in 1 year before, but still not a very good point, right? And then you can see the cash flow from operation, right, much better than 1 year before. And then this is telling you that for CAVA, then she has 22.7 billion in cash and 392.7 million in total liability, right? Total liability is quite large compared to the cash, right? About more than 10 times, something like that, right? And the free cash flow is still a negative. Right? So if we take a look from 2021 to 2022, actually the revenue increased, but there is no profit, right? Profitless. You can see there is no profit. So you can see there is no PE because there is no profit. It's a loss, right? So PE is meaningless, right? PE is for the business has the net profit, right? So you can see that from 2021 to 2022, there is no profit. She did more business, but no profit. And then there is the misleading non-GAAP matrix. That means the data. You can see that the economic earning, the red one, broken lines, you can see still from 2021 to 2022 is dropping. And then no matter is GAAP or non-GAAP, for the light blue one, the broken one, is also dropping, right? So we can see that actually we still have to observe for CAVA for maybe 1 or 2 more seasons to see if she will improve, something like that, right? Because sometimes you encounter that there is just a big even point, then it's no profit, right? And then one of the reasons for her to go IPO is to reduce the debt, and then for this golden recovery chance, then open more shops. Right? I think this is what she's thinking about. But 100 million is not a lot of money, just a very small money, right? So actually, then I'm still thinking about CHIPOTLE. Right? I'm still thinking about that, right? Because you can see that there is a very strong recovery from CHIPOTLE after the Fed putting up the interest rate and the inflation, and then now CHIPOTLE stock price is nearly the highest one, right? And what just concerns me is the PE ratio is still very high, right? If I buy CHIPOTLE stock at this price, then I may need to wait for more than 3 months if she drops, right? So I'm waiting for that. So at this moment, I'm suggest if you want to buy, then do not buy CAVA or CHIPOTLE at this moment first, right? Then you can take a look on the Subways or for the Yum Brand, something like that, right? So we still need some time or more than 1 year to observe for CAVA, right? Okay, thanks guys for watching, and then please give us a like, comment or share to your friends if you like this video. Please subscribe to this video and then press the bell icon next to it, so whenever there is new video updated and uploaded, then you will get noticed. Right. Okay, thanks for watching, and then I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. See you guys on next Friday. Bye bye.